everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janet and I have lost over 100 pounds following the ketogenic diet. On my channel you will find a variety of topics including what I eat on keto recipes, as well as some protein sparing modified fast recipes. So please consider hitting that red subscribe button. We would love to have you join the family here. If you are one of my returning subscribers, thank you so much for being here and welcome back. Happy Canada Day to all of my Canadian followers, and today we are going to be making some special dessert type things that you can make on either Canada Day or on the 4th of July. I am going to be using the same recipe, but I'm going to be making it two different styles, I guess you want to say. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But first I wanted to mention about the sale that Equipped is having starting today. So Equipped is having their biggest sale of the year, and it starts today, July 1st, and it goes until Tuesday, July 5th. So I love Equipped products. They have some new products available as well. But if you guys would have remembered, I was addicted to the protein shake that I was having, and I was using 1 scoop of the Equipped protein powder in the chocolate flavor. This has very clean ingredients and really good macros, so it is perfect well on keto. So highly recommend to stock up on that. So the deal is that you save 20% when you spend $100 and over, 25% for $200 and more, and then 30% $300 or more. So you will not need to use my code whatsoever. You will just need to click on the link that is provided in the description. So a great time to stock up on all your Equipped protein powder and all of your other supplement needs. Today I am going to make a keto fruit pizza. So I think this is going to be great for July 1st if you're celebrating, if you maybe are having a little get together, or if you're going somewhere, you can take this with you as well. And same for all of my American friends who are celebrating the 4th of July. On Monday, this will be obviously a great option for you to have while staying keto if you are having a gathering as well for your 4th of July party. So let's get into the video. We are first going to be starting off by making our dough. I am going to be using Amy's Hawaiian roll recipe, so I will have that linked in the description, so make sure that you check that out. I have made her buns. I will link that video up in the cards. They turned out absolutely amazing. I am going to be omitting the pineapple extract. I think I used orange extract in my video in order for me to make it today, because I will be flattening out these buns. So stay tuned and let's get to making our dough first. All right, I have my oven preset to 325, and what we are going to need for this recipe is we are going to need a cup of egg whites as well as 5 egg yolks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the yolks in this bowl, and I'm going to put my whites in this measuring cup. This is a 1 cup measuring cup, so I'm going to do that first. All right, so we are just going to set our yolks to the side, and I am going to top off my egg whites with the carton egg whites that I get from Costco. All right, so we are just going to put everything in our 1 bowl. I am going to be using my stand mixer. So I am using the egg white protein powder. This I actually got off of SwitchGrocery, actually, because it was all sold out on iHerb. So definitely, if you are looking for a decent priced egg white protein powder, make sure that you check out the link that I have below at SwitchGrocery if you are Canadian. They always seem to have it in stock, and it always is a really good price as well too. So we are using a 1/2 cup of that. Now I have made this recipe before and I made it a lot, but I have not made it for over a month. So I am going to make it for all of my new followers. I always do have my own recipe linked down further in the description. This, what I'm using today though, like I said, is Amy's recipe, and I will have her link to this recipe down below. Next, I'm going to be adding about 1/4 cup of allulose. So there is that. And I will need 2 tablespoons of the nutritional dried yeast. Then I will just put a little bit of the active dry yeast in there. Next is going to be cream of tartar, and you will need 2 tablespoons for this. This is only 1/2 tablespoon, so I will be using 4 of these. And a dash of salt. I use the Redmond's real salt all of the time. And then we will also need 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum. So once again, this is 1/2 teaspoon measuring spoon, so I'm going to use 2 of those. All right, we are just going to quickly whisk those together. And then what we are going to do is add in our egg whites to that and just give it a quick stir as well. There we go, and then we are going to put it in our mixer, and we're going to put it on high just for a few minutes to make sure that it's all well combined and that it kind of gets a little bit of volume. And then once that is all done with our mixer, then we will add in the egg yolks after. All right, I am just going to add in my yolks and just give it a little bit of stir, literally for probably only like 5 or 10 seconds longer. All right, what I'm going to do next is I am going to place it all on my bigger cookie sheet here. This is quite a large cookie sheet, so we are just going to spread that evenly on the whole entire cookie sheet. I am now going to put it in the oven for about 10 minutes because we do want to roll this out when it is somewhat like pliable and not quite done. So I'm gonna bake it for 10 minutes and then take it out and then roll it, and then I'm gonna continue cooking it after that. All right, well that is baking. I'm gonna get started on the cream cheese icing that we're gonna put on our pastry, I guess if you wanna call it that. We are gonna start with 6 ounces of cream cheese that is in there. And then we are going to add 1/4 cup of the Swerve Confectioner's sweetener, 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, and then we just need a splash of vanilla. All right, so what I do with my bread, pastry, whatever you want to call this, is I take it out. This was just out of the oven. I take off the parchment paper. That is why I use the parchment paper. I put another parchment paper on the top, and actually what I normally do is I will spray this a little bit. Spray it just a little bit of avocado spray, and that helps it not stick so much when I am rolling it out. Then I place it on top, and then I just roll it out so that it's all like a uniform size and kind of more like a thin pizza crust is kind of like the size and texture we are kind of going for. Perfect. So then what I do is I will put this back on the pan and just cook it for probably like 5 more minutes. All right, so my icing is all done here. I had to add a little bit of my unsweetened coconut milk to thin it out a little bit. So probably about like 2 to 4 tablespoons of the milk of your choice. And it turned out like the perfect consistency that I wanted. And then while that was finishing baking, I took it out of the oven, the crust. It is just now cooling, but during that time I cut up all of my fruit. So I have blackberries here, and that is what I'm going to use for the American flag, is the blackberries and some of the strawberries. I could not find any blueberries at the grocery store when I was there, so I thought blackberries will do, but definitely if you use blueberries, it will definitely be better. And then of course for the Canadian flag, I am going to be just using strawberries only. So I will show you guys once we get get started, we will literally just be putting on our icing and then topping it with fruit in order to make the US flag and the Canadian flag. All right, so it is now cooled. This is half of it, and then I put half of our sweet cream cheese mixture on top of it. And then what I'm going to do is, I just trimmed off the edges as well too. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do the Canadian flag first on this one, and then on the other one I'm going to do the US flag. So let's do that next. All right, that is that is the Canadian one. Not too great on the flag. The flag is always like the center leaf is always the hardest, but I tried my best. We are gonna put this in the fridge and let's work on the next one. And this one is the American one. Definitely if you spend some more time on it, it would probably look better than mine. But I think it looks pretty good. It still gives off that 4th of July feel. So we will also put this in the fridge for probably at least a half an hour, I would recommend. And then we will give it a taste. All right, which one should I try? I don't think it really matters. We're not doing anything today for Canada Day. I just wanted to share this recipe that I thought of, and I think it would make a great dessert for you to take with on your festivities for Canada Day and the 4th of July. So I am going to dig into the American flag one. I'm gonna cut a fairly big piece because it's gonna be for myself. And I feel like this is gonna be really good. All right, so there is a piece. As you can see, it kind of looks like a thin crust pizza. Everything is all well done. So let's give this a taste. Oh, you guys. I have not had anything sweet for probably a week and a half, like since I started my egg fast last Monday. So this is really sweet, but it's so good because you guys know I love my sweet. But the strawberries that I bought were also really ripe as well. So it is so good, you guys. You definitely need to make this for your celebrations. That fruit pizza is absolutely delicious. It is to die for. Please give it a try. It is so easy to make. I will have the recipe linked down below, but remember, I will have in that recipe that this is Amy's dough recipe for her Hawaiian rolls, but I always like to make it because it flattens out so nice and it has such great texture. So thank you so much for watching this video. Happy Canada Day to all of my Canadian followers, and I will make sure that I say a happy 4th of July once Monday's video comes along, because there will be a video on Monday. I am such a proud Canadian, so let's celebrate Canada Day and keep it keto. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Give this video a like to let me know that you're liking my content. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so YouTube can notify you when I upload a new video. Thanks for watching.